This is one that broke during our hiatus, and it was 2 weeks ago, I think today, when the news first hit. I'm still astounded by the decision by anyone in today's NFL to commit for 12 years. I don't care about the numbers, and the numbers aren't. Who knows what the numbers are going to be? When I first saw that he had signed a 10-year extension that put him under contract for 12 years, Chris, you know what my first thought was?
Oh, I know.
My first thought was, we finally have a guy who has been guaranteed a percentage of the salary cap every year of his career, because how else do you protect yourself against ongoing growth of the cap, ongoing growth of the market? Because $45 million per year in new money on that 10-year extension, by the time we get to year 10 of the extension, somebody's going to be making more than $45 million a year. Somebody's going to be making a lot more than $45 million a year. And there's no device for Patrick Mahomes to force a renegotiation. The Chiefs can say, hey, this is the contract you signed, and we're gonna honor it, and we expect you to honor it, and we'll go back to the table when it's time for this contract to expire.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on. That's nice of you to say, but we know that's not the reality. We can very easily get to year 3 or 4 of this contract, and Mahomes has had 3 or 4 years of throwing 50 touchdown passes, and, he's won another Super Bowl and another MVP, and he can go, you know what? Hey, 2 or 3 other guys, they signed for, more money than me. I'd like a new contract. I don't think Kansas City's going to be like, screw you, Patrick Mahomes. You're done.
Well, would he do that?
I know.
Well, would he do that?
I don't think
he's
would.
wired to do that.
I don't think he is either, and I think he showed us that. It's very refreshing. I mean, I know you don't like it. I know it's not. You apparently.
I think that the best player in football should be paid accordingly. Screw me for thinking that. I mean, I don't get this attitude, Chris, that you think guys should just forego the appropriate compensation for their skills and abilities and sacrifices just for the benefit of helping the team. What would have been wrong with saying Patrick Mahomes gets 17% of the salary cap every year for the next 12 years? That leaves 83 cents on the dollar to put a team around him, no matter how many cap dollars there are. What would have been wrong with that? Why don't you do that?
I don't know why they don't do that, but they didn't. And then, listen, don't worry. He doesn't care. So he's happy with what he's getting.
Well,
some people are okay living in their hometown in a big house on the hill and just being good like that. I know a guy that does that. Wait, huh? Oh, that's right. Some people are happy that way. Not everybody needs to move. Okay, but you know what I'm saying. And listen, also, this is a guy that I think, yes, he's not looking for every last dollar. I think he's into this, like, for real.
I'm not saying every last dollar.
I know, but I'm just saying.
You don't need every last dollar.
I know. I'm just saying I think he's in for this for real, like, to be the greatest of all time. He's trying to show you with doing this right here. He's kind of taking the old Chris Sims line, like, it's not going to matter if I got $150 million in the bank or $135 million in the bank. I'm still going to have everything I want in the world, but because I took $135 million in the bank or whatever that number, I'm just, throwing something out there, he might win 3 or 4 more Super Bowls. And, it's hard when all the time we always praise Tom Brady.
Hey,
and then, he wants the rings.
Tom Brady didn't do it.
I know he
to be
didn't.
A good teammate. Tom Brady
was
did
forced.
it because he was afraid of Bill Belichick.
Right.
He was afraid that he was going to get cut or traded.
I know.
Bill Belichick looked at that cap number, looked at the film, and said, I'm going to do to Brady what I did to Drew Bledsoe. That's why Tom Brady always took less.
I've been trying to say that to people for years. You're right. I know.
I do. That's absolutely right.
I know.
It's not he's being a good teammate. How about this?
Yes.
How about this?
Yes.
If I'm going to be a good teammate and I'm going to leave salary cap space behind, why isn't part of the negotiation that if you don't spend it all, I get it, right? If whatever you've got, I'll do a cap friendly deal, I'll do a team friendly deal, but you got to use it all. And any amount of the salary cap that you don't use in a given year, I get it. What's wrong with that? Why didn't the guy say that?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's a good idea. I mean, you should have called Steinberg Sports and Mahomes before that and let them know that one. But I think ultimately, really, and I don't think this is a big surprise. And, I think this is a guy that, one, has shown us he's...
Chris, it's a big surprise to commit for 12 years. There's no reason to commit for 12 years.
No.
Do a 4-year deal or a 5-year deal. There's no reason to sign up for 12 years when you cannot force a renegotiation.
No.
And who knows how different that team's going to be 12 years from now. What if Clark Hunt sells? You're committed to that team through 2030.
I know. Well, we know that he can wiggle his way out if he's not happy. We do. But, yeah, this is the ultimate example of a team-friendly deal. It's like the most team-friendly deal I've ever seen a superstar player give a team. I mean, I'm not trying to argue against you here. I agree. It was shocking. You know, when they first heard the number, I went, whoa, they're going to get $500 million. Then I was like, what, 12 years? And you started to break it down. You went, damn. This is like, well, I mean, when you really break it down, I should have brought it up. It's basically like, what, a 5-year, $130 million contract at the start? I mean, it's the greatest thing
the cash
ever.
Flow.
Yeah.
The cash flow
is insane.
I was always told.
I know.
I was always told. 3 things to look at with a contract.
Yeah.
Signing bonus, because that's the money in the bank. We
Right.
talked earlier about the difference between signing bonus and guaranteed salary.
Yeah.
The only true guarantee is the signing bonus. Guaranteed salary, fully guaranteed at signing, and cash flow for the first 3 years. All 3 of those factors on the Mahomes deal stink.
Yeah.
All 3 of them. $10 million signing bonus. The full guarantee at signing is like $62 million, which is a joke when
Right.
you consider his talent. And the 3-year cash flow, we did the math. Dak Prescott is in a much better shape going year to year under the franchise tag. Much better shape.
Oh, I'm sure.
Ryan Tannehill's in better shape over the next 3 years from a cash flow standpoint than Patrick Mahomes. And then after the 3 years, you're committed for 9 more. I'm still stunned by it 2 weeks later.
Well, I mean, when you saw Patrick Mahomes sign for that contract, I went, well, there's no way Dak Prescott's getting a contract with Dallas now. I just knew that was going to happen, too, because it just was like, what? I mean, Dallas is probably like, what? You want as much money as Mahomes? Look what he just took. So I knew that would be trouble there. But I think really legitimately Mahomes looks at it and he goes, man, Chris Jones, we needed him on our team. He's one of the best defensive players in football. I think he thinks about guys like Honey Badger and, you know, Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill, and he understands that those guys are huge into, you know, helping the stardom of which we know Patrick Mahomes is now. I mean, they were huge in that. And I think he's looking to make a run that way. It's shocking, yes. Is it undervalued? Yes. But I guess the thing that bothered me more than anything was probably like you said, Mike, the money, the guaranteed, and the signing bonus. That's where I was like, you know, I'm all for taking the team-friendly deal. I don't know if I would have gone that far. You know, like, right? I mean, what did Aaron Rodgers got, what, $100 million guaranteed, right? You know, for injury and things like that? I thought he was...
No, fully guaranteed.
Fully guaranteed, right.
Mahomes has $140 million guaranteed for injury, but let's face it, how many truly catastrophic career-ending injuries are there for quarterbacks? Alex Smith, Joe Theismann, Steve Young, right?
Pretty much, right. It does not happen a whole lot. You're right. And, so listen, they're lucky. That's all I could say. Kansas City is lucky that they have a guy that is truly a superstar who's, you know, it's just like Michael Jordan back with the Bulls. Remember when he was making like $2 or $3 million a year until the last 3 years he played with the Bulls? I mean, Mahomes seems to be fine with taking that and just seeing where it goes.
I think that for the agent, it was all about being able to sell
the headline,
the biggest contract in sports history, $500 million. I was joking on radio during our hiatus about it. I said, yes, I'd like to announce I have a $500 million contract with NBC. I just have to live the next 1,000 years in order to earn it all. So you can get a $500 million. If you're willing to commit for 12 years, you can get a $500 million if you're Patrick Mahomes, and that's exactly what happened.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.